It is my pleasure to have an opportunity to talk to you local, right here in Chattanooga, answering your questions about your wallet. And let me tell you something. This is a time in your life that you need to pay attention to what you're doing with your dough. Are you? How are you doing saving money? What are you doing to rein in your spending? Get it together, just like the callers you're going to hear. And in Chattanooga, Jeff is calling. And Jeff, welcome to 95.3 Pulse News, WPLZ.
Thank you, Clark. Glad to have you here in Chattanooga. I'm
Thank
calling
you.
from Signal Mountain, Tennessee, which is just right outside of Chattanooga.
Well, do you have a beautiful vista from where you live?
Not where I live, but I don't have to go very far to see one.
Okay. Jeff, how can I serve you?
Yes, I have some credit card debt, about $22,000 on two different credit cards. I have the option to be able to borrow from my 401k to pay the credit card debts off. I have $60,000 in my 401k. I can pull half of that out right now, so about $30,000, and I would have to pay that back through my paycheck. I obviously
you offered a 5-year window to pay back?
There's 4 options. I believe it's 2 to 5 years in any of those options. Obviously, the payment goes up. The good thing about it is the interest is paid back into the 401k. There is no charge. There is a monthly fee for processing the amount. I believe it's like $2 per month. And there's a $50 origination fee on the front end.
What is the blended interest rate that you're carrying on the $22,000?
It was prime plus 1, so it was 4.25 is what I looked at.
On your credit cards at 4.25?
Oh no, the credit cards are at 8.9 and 8.5, I believe, respectively, below 9%.
And are those fixed or are those prime
fixed.
plus?
They're fixed. Yeah, actually, they have not adjusted, but they have actually gone down in the last 2 or 3 years.
All right, because you may be aware that as of February 22nd, the interest rate cannot be raised on existing balances.
Okay.
And your interest rate is so low on these credit cards that I would not want you, for several reasons, to take out a 401k loan.
Okay.
Because listen to what's crazy about a 401k loan. You take a loan against pre-tax contributions and have to pay it back with after-tax dollars that then become pre-tax dollars again.
Right.
So a 401k loan is actually more expensive than it appears, and I would have been more interested in you doing this if you were telling me that your credit card interest rates were at 29.9 or 36.9 or something like that.
We have good credit. We have always paid our bills in time. We've just, and I have a decent credit score. I believe it's 730 to 750, somewhere in that range, so I don't think that's too bad. And
all right, well, here's your assignment, Jeff. If you were thinking of taking out a loan against your 401k for $22,000 that you would have to pay back in no more than 60 months.
Right. It was $416 per month.
Then I want you to do that with the credit card.
Which is actually more than my minimum payments on my credit cards.
Right. So I want you to do that with your credit cards. Just resolve that you're going to pay.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. I'm paying actually more than the minimum payments, but even with the lower rates, the finance charges are about $150 per month.
But still, there's embedded interest charges in the 401k. You really are better because you are sub 10% on the credit cards, just doing what you're doing, but maybe step it up just a little more. What if you resolve to pay $450 a month towards the cards, or go to a website called dinkytown.net, and remember it's a .net, and dinkytown.net. See what you would have to pay per month to pay these off in 50 months. Let's do a little more than 4 years, and whatever that is, that's what you pay per month. Then you've got a clear goal, and you'll see those balances decline is the right word, pretty quickly to your advantage. It's 1:48. You're listening to a special live local hour of the Clark Howard Show on 95.3 Pulse News, WPLZ.